Hi, boys and girls. It's Mrs. Pro back with some more reading fun. Today, we're going to talk about visualizing. And what visualizing is creating a picture in our mind as we read. So I'm going to show you a little poster. I'm going to share the screen. And here's a picture, a poster of visualizing. And it says, I see what I read. I feel what I read. It's like a movie in my mind. So a lot of times when we read picture books, they give us the picture right there of what's happening in the story. But a lot of times they leave out some of those details that we create a picture in our mind. A lot of times too, once we get a little bit older and are reading chapter books, there are no pictures. So we have to be really good at taking the time to pay attention to what the words are telling us to create a picture in our mind, almost like we're watching a movie or creating a movie in our mind about what's happening in the story. And what my image or my visualized picture in my mind might be different from my friend's picture in their mind, and that is completely okay. Another place where we read is in poems. And also a lot of times in poems, they don't have a picture that goes with what's happening. And so we're able to take the time and visualize and create that movie or that image in our mind as to what the poem is about. So today we're going to read a poem, and that poem is called The Green Giant. If I can get to it. There we go. It's called The Green Giant. I'm going to read it a few times. So I want you to pay attention to the words in the story. I'm going to read it 2 times, and then we're going to take a minute and we're going to actually pull out the evidence of the words that are going to help us build that picture or that visualized picture in our mind. So Green Giant by Jack Prelutsky. There lived a green giant whose name was Sam. His hair was the color of strawberry jam. He had one brown and one blue eye, and a beard the color of pumpkin pie. His coat and pants were oh so bright, like a peppermint stick, all red and white. His socks were as yellow as lemon pop. His shoes were as brown as chocolate drop. His hat was the color of gingerbread, with a tall, tall feather of raspberry red. All right, boys and girls, we're going to read it again because a lot of times, especially with a poem that's a little bit shorter, we might want to read it again to really get that full movie or that picture, that visualizing in our minds. So one more time, Green Giant. There lived a green giant whose name was Sam. His hair was the color of strawberry jam. He had one brown and one blue eye, and a beard the color of pumpkin pie. His coat and pants were oh so bright, like a peppermint stick, all red and white. His socks were as yellow as lemon pop. His shoes were as brown as a chocolate drop. His hat was the color of gingerbread, with a tall, tall feather of raspberry red. Now this time, boys and girls, as we read it, I'm going to highlight some of the evidence that's helped giving me that image or in my mind as to what this giant looks like. So I'm going to get my highlighting stick out. The first one I see is the title, Green Giant. So I know that our giant has got to be green. There lived a green giant whose name was Sam. Okay, well, Sam could be a boy or a girl. So I'm not sure in my mind yet if I should draw a female giant or a male giant. So let's keep reading. His hair, oh, so right there they tell us that his hair, so we know it's a boy giant, was the color of strawberry jam. So I'm going to highlight hair because we know that his hair is the color of strawberry jam. And this is where I'm using my schema or what I already know about strawberry jam. Oops, I deleted our S. There we go. What I already know I've had strawberry jam before, so I know what it looks like. So I'm able to use that knowledge that I already have. But if I didn't know what strawberry jam was, then I would at least know maybe the color would be red because that's what strawberries are, right? All right, let's keep reading. He had one brown and one blue eye. So I know that he has one brown eye and he has one blue eye. Very cool. And a beard the color of pumpkin pie. So we know he has a beard, and we know the color of the beard is pumpkin pie. So again, it doesn't necessarily tell us the color, but we're using our prior knowledge or what we already know and knowing that pumpkins are normally orange. I have that vision in my mind that it's orange. His coat and pants were oh so bright, like a peppermint stick, all red and white. So we know that his coat and pants, we know that they're very bright, and it says it's like a peppermint stick. So if we already know what a peppermint stick is, a lot of us know, oh, it's red and white, but peppermint sticks can also be different colors, but then it specifies for it. It says it's all red and white. So we know that his pants and his coat are red and white. His socks were as yellow as lemon pop. We know he has socks on, and we know that they are yellow. And I'm envisioning a very bright yellow because they say lemon pop, and I'm thinking of like a lemon popsicle, which is a very bright yellow. His shoes were as brown as a chocolate drop. So I know he has shoes on, and I know that they're brown, but they give us even a bigger clue. They say it's as brown as a chocolate drop. So I'm thinking super dark, like a dark, dark brown, not a light brown. His hat was the color of a gingerbread. Highlight, he has a hat on, and I know that it's the color of a gingerbread. Now again, they're not telling us what color that is. So we're going to use our prior knowledge as to what color is a gingerbread. And your gingerbread might be a different color than my gingerbread. And again, that's okay. With a tall, tall feather of raspberry red. So we know we have a feather, and I'm going to highlight tall, tall, because that's letting me know it's a big feather, very tall. And it's raspberry red. So again, it doesn't just tell us that it's red, it gives us a little bit more specific by telling us it's raspberry red. So now my vision of what I'm reading, or vision in my head, might be a little bit different than yours, but looking at these evidence as to the words that are telling us what this giant looks like. So then I took it to the next step, and I am going to stop sharing so I can show you. I drew the giant that I visualized in my mind. And here is my green giant. There he is. Now again, your giant might look different than mine, and that's okay, because we want to visualize it in our own way. We're using our own prior knowledge of what we already know about some of the evidence and the words that they use to create our own giant. So I would love for you to share with me a picture of your giant that you visualized in your mind. So I'm going to share with you my email and my phone number if you wanted to text me or send me a video or email me with a picture of your giants. So I can't wait to see them, boys and girls. And just as a reminder, my office hours are on Mondays from 1 to 2, but then on Thursdays from 2:30 to 3, we'll Zoom. And you can come on and just say hi, show me all of the amazing things that you've been reading. If you want to bring your giant to that to show me at that point, I would love to see it. All right, boys and girls, have a great day. I miss you.